Pushing record. Yes. When last we left our heroes.
This stuff shit is not real.
Y'all were not quite run out of town, but after
We didn't get run out of town, but we definitely ran.
yes. After doing some research in the library and
Before we could get arrested.
discovering some things that clearly some people did not want you to find, you guys made a hasty exit from town. You did discover you were able to decode the note from Sam's parents, which was pointing you towards the city of Farheim, which is another major city up kind of on the border of Alemans and Glasrun and Aurea. Quite the bustling city that sits on the near the head of the Queen's River, major trade route, and yeah. Well, let's see. You found a book of notes detailing more of these experiments that some of the party has stumbled across in some past dungeon delves, and after making your hasty exit, it's a little over a day's ride over from Mansque to Farheim, and I guess we left with Stacy and Fynn having a bit of a discussion about what was in some of these notebooks that you guys were able to take with you, and whether or not this was appropriate things for Stacy to be studying.
The answer is no.
I disagree.
The answer is no.
And I guess before we roll up to Farheim, does anybody have any business on the road that they want to take care of?
I gotta deal with my spell list while we're
Stacy puts the journal away in her bag and then pulls out some of the equipment that is in the wagon and starts literally making a pie. She gets out the bowl, the flour, the cups, everything that's needed to make a pie.
100%.
What pie are you making?
That is yet to be determined. I think she's gonna go with a basic apple pie.
That's right. Here in Beast World, apples are berries. No.
I mean, technically they are.
I mean, she likes throwing strawberries and blueberries into her appleberry pie.
That sounds wonderful. I'll take it.
I know.
Do you know how to make this pie? This is what you can send.
Not.
Cool. Stacy's keeping some spirits up. You guys have a night on the road and finish up the travel. Just something to think about.
As they're traveling, Fynn is just sort of occasionally giving L, magic tasks to practice with prestidigitation.
Oh, I guess Sam's driving.
For the different kinds of effects. No, I mean,
No, Sam is
some of them-
absolute. Yeah.
Yeah, but some of them he can do while he's driving.
Sam is absolutely driving and being extremely happy with herself that she's not the one in this much trouble for once. She's living it for all she's worth.
Love it. That's hilarious.
And again, Stacy doesn't get her spell book unless Fynn has the
Journal.
research journal. Like it is basically a
I'll trade you this. It's a
yeah.
hostage situation.
Yeah, really
She's
it is.
not arguing.
Um,
Stacy's not arguing. She's big. She's letting Fynn hold the book. She's standing across from her, and she's baking a pie. Like right now, she is.
Right.
As she's furiously writing it down in the notebook.
no, she is furiously baking the pie.
She is counting the flour with like all types of angry.
When we finally do get to eat the pie, there'll be a little bit of extra spice in it from all the anger she's put into it.
Hey, Alex.
Yeah.
Pie.
Fynn does spend time reading through some of the notes. He doesn't read like how to do the stuff, but he is looking for basically what they were making and seeing if he can sort of get an idea of what their goals were, if there was like a larger overarching goal.
Sure.
This is in
What?
the
Go.
notes.
So, I mean, the goal, like Fynn can based on general knowledge that Fynn would probably have, at least about even at a basic level about the fiends of the world. That they were potentially looking for new ways to create vessels for their fiend. I forget what they call them.
Homunculi?
So
No.
they I don't know, they have a some kind of name. I'll go find it. Let's see.
It's basically a servant kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Essentially, they're use. They look for vessels to because the general nature of the fiend itself is not necessarily fully doesn't necessarily have yes, that words are hard.
That's all right. It's the end of the day.
So yes.
Also,
and ultimately finding, like, looking for ways to potentially make creatures or bodies that can live, that would live a similar lifespan to their own.
to house the fiends, or
Yeah, yes, as our vampire friends.
okay.
Friends.
Second thing, Obviously, there's no identifying stuff. Is there any hint of like where whoever this is or whatever organization they're with is like active?
I mean,
Or is it all just like straight up research notes?
I mean, it is mostly research notes. You know, you can
Like it's
get
the magic version of the chemistry notebook.
yeah, kind of. I mean, you can gather that they definitely are focused on places with lots of dungeon activity because they're trying to harness some of this new magic that is in the world.
Mm-hmm. Okay, completely unrelated thing. At some point during the couple days trip, after he wakes up, Fynn checks in with Stacy. When he gives her back her mage spellbook, and asks her, "Could you? I know you're really interested in reading this. You made any progress working on trying to learn mage armor?"
Oh, I can't say I have.
Could you spend some time?
I did learn this.
Wait, no. What you been learning?
Well,
I'm so sorry if that transmitted through the mic. That was not intentional.
Didn't hear shit.
Nope.
Well, give me a sec. Let me see if I can pull it up. Okay. She lays out. Wait, is this a few days later, or is this still while they're driving?
This is while you guys are driving.
This is while they're driving, but it is
This
like
the second day on the road. Yeah.
Yeah, second day on the road.
Oh. Huh. Well, I guess that pie is done.
Yes.
I mean,
whether or not you all ate the pie is a different thing.
We can also literally like backtrack to the, or that can be a future scene.
Sure.
Well, the thing is, like, the spell that she was going to show you, she was going to use the pie crust from the pie she was currently making.
Oh,
okay. No,
yeah,
he
go
can
for
ask her while she's making the pie.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
It's funny.
She's like, well, it's not perfect, but there is this tiny little spell that I have been practicing on the side. She pulls out, like, she lays down a piece of the upper crust of the pie that she was about to lay on top and makes a small little gingerbread, like a small little stick figure shape. And touch the non-magical item that isn't attached to the object. Huh.
And proceeds to remember how the spell works.
Well, it doesn't exactly tell me how to do it, but basically, what she does is she claps her hands and rubs them really fast, create like a little friction, and then puts two little fingers on the chest of the little stick figure, and
Claire,
tiny servant.
That's awesome.
And the stick figure gets up and walks across the table. It is the Pillsbury Doughboy.
Now, I don't know how long this spell will actually last, but it is called Tiny Little Servant. Isn't he just adorable?
That's pretty cute. Fynn, for anyone, let's see. Elle has pretty good passive perception, right?
It's okay.
All right. Well, if Elle happens to be in the cart, Elle will notice that Fynn kind of looks relieved.
Could have been so much worse.
Oh, you've been learning a new spell. What fucking what spell? But
One of the new spells. I mean, there's this other one, but I haven't been able to fully function it yet. But this one I thought was super cute, and I just thought it was adorable.
oh, and what's the name of the other spell?
I do not remember the name.
Do you remember what it does?
Yes, absolutely. I just don't
What?
know if this space is big
It-
enough for it.
Do. No, you don't have to show me. Just why don't you tell me? What's it do?
Well, well, I'm not exactly sure on the mechanics myself, but from what I've read, it looks like I can just move an object from one place to another.
Oh, like teleportation, or like you sort of pick it up and move it, like with your mind.
It's like teleportation.
Nice.
Nice.
Again, the briefest relief. The smallest amount of like relaxation. He was a little tense. He was prepared for something, and then it turned out that was not needed.
So
But just the tiniest amount. Like Stacy's busy. Stacy can't see it.
this the little dough figure starts helping Stacy finish baking the pie, and then presents the moral quandary to Stacy as to whether or not the dough figure gets baked or not.
Does
They're
that
just
spell
stare
have,
at each
wait,
other.
Is
does
that
a spell,
is it a
that
concentration
spell
spell
has to have a time limit.
or a time limit?
Let's ask. Let me look.
That spell has to have a time limit.
A little puff puff
probably-
fast.
I don't
Someone's getting baked today.
Ugh.
Duration 8 hours.
Oh shit.
Yes, Sam is.
That's a
Stacy is.
long duration.
Is it a concentration spell or is it just exist?
I think it just exists because range is touch. You touch one tiny non-magical object that isn't attached to any other object. And the target animates and spreads little arms and legs, becoming a creature under your control until the spell ends or the creature drops to 0 hit points.
Oh, so if you stab it, it dies.
If I stab it, if I hit it with my rolling pin and just flatten him out, he'll probably die.
Yes,
That
yes, he will.
that might still present Stacy with a moral conundrum.
Do you throw him in the oven, or do you smack him and then throw him in the oven?
Hilarious.
Aw.
In any
Anyway,
in any event,
well, next time you're working, from that book from the library, maybe perhaps you could try it while we're on the road here. Could you put mage armor in your spell book?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can.
That would be wonderful, because without Phil, we should probably be a little more cautious. And mage armor, well, gives someone some more armor. Like magically, without needing to, wear it. So it won't impact spellcasting or stealth or anything like that.
yes.
You actually have that spell. I didn't realize I did. My apologies. I'm gonna have to step out. I'm gonna have to. Well, I guess my little doughboy can live for a little bit because I have enough dough for this popping. Excuse me 1 second. Puts the pie on her hand, sticks it out. Burning hand.
Oh Jesus, that. So instead, the pie is just fucking crispy.
Just bakes it in her hands. Awesome.
No, not bake. Okay, Alex.
In
Alex.
Yeah.
You can't, if you cook it, if you're supposed to cook it at like 200 for, like 20 minutes, cooking it at 400 for 10 minutes does not create the same thing.
Oh, I know. This is
If only it did.
this is a
Open flame is a terrible way to bake something.
Maybe I did this wrong. I didn't mean to put burning hands. Rewind. Instead,
Is it heat metal?
actually, I was gonna say firebolt, but
firebolt was
Even
is
worse.
even more
That
instantaneous.
Heat
Never
heat
mind.
metal at least is feasible.
I'll stick to burning hands because I think firebolt is different. And burning hands, I can use my hands as the base of the pot. Whereas firebolt. Oh wait, no, never mind. I'll use my cantrip. I'll use firebolt.
Oh. Stacy firebolts the pie, and the pie ends up on the ceiling and all over the wagon, and everybody is
raw pie.
everybody is unhappy that they are covered in pie cuts.
But that's not what I did. I stuck my hand outside first. I opened the window, stuck my hand outside, and then casted firebolt.
So the side of the wagon is covered in
Yes, the side of the wagon is covered in pie.
What a waste of pie.
Well, that was so those were the things that I needed to do during the travel.
Now Fynn shows Elle how to clean the side of the wagon with prestidigitation.
Isn't that the one thing he really knows how to do?
It is.
Cool.
It's also going to be the last time that Al volunteers to clean the side of the wagon.
So as you get, on towards midday into the afternoon, you start to see the city on the horizon. And just think about who's where. Like, is somebody sitting with Sam, or is everybody hanging out inside?
Fynn is walking. He is greatly enjoying
being
the
close to
landscape.
home.
Yeah, exactly. Closer, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Reading the journal.
Inside.
Yeah.
I assume Sam's still driving. And Elle is somewhere.
Elle is going to be inside the wagon, making sure that Stacy doesn't do anything from the journal.
Yeah.
Stacy is just on 4-hour watch right now.
Cool. So, as you approach the city, you can see that it is quite a large, sprawling city. And there is certainly a lot of hustle and bustle on the roads and the river as you come up on it. Let's see, because I have, I think, more description that I have written. If I can find it. Where did you go? Oh, there you are. Yeah. Farheim sits as a great trading crossroads. Merchants here do well, moving goods between the kingdoms. The location is a spectacular view nestled between the mountains of the Mantle Range and the forests of Glasroon, and of course sitting on the banks of the Queen's River. You kind of see see people from all over. Not only people from Alamance and Oria and Glasrune, but also the boats coming up and down the river carry people from the Batyan and Arneria. This is a city where many
Hold up, Alex.
yeah.
For the trio, the Batyan is the rainforest and Arneria is the desert lands. Okay, continue.
Yeah. This is one of those cities where you can find some summer estates of nobles who might spend the rest of their time in the capital, and the main section of the city is protected by walls. There are major gates on the north and south sides of the city. And as the city has continued to grow, it has grown around. There are major estates outside the walls, and of course, one large lord's manor sits kind of in the middle of the walled section of the city as well. And as you pull up to the as you get close to the southern gates of the city, you can see lots of folks moving in and out, and anybody who is sitting on the, or anybody who is not inside the wagon would likely notice a little bit of a kerfuffle going on with some of the guards at the gate.
What's happening?
As you approach the southern gates of the city, you notice a group of vigilant guards who are diligently inspecting the goods of most of the people going in and out. They question various merchants and traders, and amidst this process, a little bit of commotion captures your attention. A young male otter that appears to be about 12 years old is being held up by the guards. He seems to be clutching a loaf of bread, and all of a sudden these guards decide that this is the thing that is going to set them off today.
Question.
Yes.
So, is it like obvious, like who these guards owe allegiance to?
Go ahead and give me perception.
Well, okay, this I'm not asking like which lord. I'm asking like, are these guards fucking wolves?
Oh, the these guards are they are mostly wolves, but they're not all wolves. They and
Well, knowing so, Finn's been here before.
Sure.
Is the municipal government, let's say, the municipal ruling powers, or whoever's in charge of certainly at least the guards, would they be more in the, well, Are they in the Alamangian power hierarchy?
Yes. This is very much an Alamangian city.
Okay. This little otter child. Tell me more about them.
Sure.
How you know?
He is a young, about 12 years old. Looks a little disheveled, but definitely, excited, full of life. Healthy, generally. It looks like despite the fact that it looks like his clothes are well worn, it looks more like he's been out adventuring more than like he lives on the streets.
He doesn't look like an urchin.
Correct.
Okay. Is the otter talking? And if he is, can I hear him?
I mean, really, what you hear the guards accuse this child of stealing this loaf of bread off one of these merchants' carts, and the kid is just trying to pass it off as if it's not a big deal, or that he's going to be able to pay this vendor back once he gets back in the city.
So he is talking.
Yeah.
What's his accent?
What's his accent?
Yep.
Well, interesting. What was I gonna say? Given where this city is and generally where it falls, his accent is probably more Alamangian than Glasrunish. Definitely not Orion.
All right. Okay. Thank you. That is the information that relevant information I was looking for, or at least for now. Okay, so he's trying to pass it off. He can pay it if they once he gets inside, etc. Where are we?
I mean, you guys are kind of rolling up. There's.
I mean, are we in line? Are we like 4 carts behind? What's good?
Yeah, I'd say you're probably like two, maybe 3 carts behind. I mean, you're close enough that you can definitely get a pulse on what's going on.
Okay.
I'm just pull everything.
Then. There we go. Ooh, hello. What do we have here? Yes, that's what I need. There we go. Great. Fynn is going to just sort of casually move up a wagon or 2. He's not like right there, but he's keeping an eye on things.
So we have stopped.
Yeah, you're kind of waiting your turn.
We're waiting our turn, but the wagon itself has At least for
Yeah, the wagon is stopped. Finn's on the outside of it, but he just kind of like if anyone is outside, they see his ears like sort of do that thing where they go up, and he's like being taller, looking at something's happening, and clearly Fynn is interested. And then you just sort of see him amble forward a bit. He doesn't get all the way up there, but he gets closer.
While you're doing that, Elle is going to turn and look at Stacy and be like, okay, notebook time is over. Hand it over.
I'm not done yet. Well,
It's time to switch books.
that's my other book.
Hand over the notebook and I'll give you back your spell book. It might be time to use your spell book.
Why do you have my spell book?
I'm pretty sure you have your spell book at this point.
I didn't trade the book.
Oh,
Now
that's
that she's
true.
got the notebook.
That's true.
That's the thing.
That's true.
And Elle was on Stacy watching duty to make sure that she didn't have both.
Copy.
So does Elle?
So Elle right now is holding up your spell book, ready to hand it back to you when you hand him the notebook.
Well, all right, sugar. Here you go, darling.
Turn into the
Okay.
running gag of this.
Here's your spell book.
Thank you kindly.
Thank you. Elle is going to tuck it away into his backpack and then step outside as Fynn was walking by. Like, what's going on? Something interesting?
I don't think it's actually a big deal. I just, shall we say, local politics. I just want to go watch. Stay here. Keep an eye on Stacy for me.
And
I
as
have the notebook. It's okay.
and
Great.
the other guards.
Keep an eye on Sam for me. Don't let them leave the cart.
Just don't get us in trouble.
Nope. Not planning on it.
Yeah. So there's a pair of guards that keeps checking carts, and you can see that this, as Fynn gets a little bit closer, this kerfuffle is getting a little more heated, to the point where, it's starting to look like these two guards might be feeling like they need to take this kid away. Yeah. What else you doing?
Is anybody else on the wagon with Stacy or with Sam?
Stacy is inside the wagon, but she pops her
Elle's-
head out to sit next to Sam.
Sam,
Elle's here as well.
sorry, Sam sees this kerfuffle and that there are wolves involved, hands over the reins and says, "I'll be right back."
No.
And she gets off of the wagon,
No. No.
Sam!
No.
comes up to the wolves.
Brothers!
Brothers!
Does Fynn, notice her going by?
If Fynn doesn't notice her, then Fynn should at least hear Elle being like, "No, Sam, no."
What? They're wolves. It's fine. I've got this.
No,
Okay, yeah,
no.
he's definitely going to notice that. Fynn makes a grab for Sam as she goes by, like at her arm or her shirt or something.
Okay.
Do I need to roll? Or does he have-
Contesting roll.
Dude.
That's a grapple?
A sleight of hand, or I don't know.
I mean,
No,
yeah,
it's
you could roll opposing strength, probably.
Okay.
Woot woot.
Or, dexterity to see if he misses?
Here she tries going for a more
She's trying to
I
get
mean,
something
roll
on
your
the screen.
strength.
The thing is,
use your
I know.
the thing is, you could make an attack roll, but the probability of hitting on an attack roll against Sam is low.
especially with the nat 20. I'm just going to say hi.
Oh, okay. So the thing that I was asking was if he managed to grab her, not whether or not he actually stopped her, right?
Sure. I would think
But if Sam's if Rob, no, if Rachel's okay with the fact that he did manage to get her, then we'll have the interaction.
I mean, I think, blah, 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 blah. Fynn probably catches, like, you know, Sam,
Right, like her shirt or
Sam's shirt or wrist or something, you know, and is
Right,
like
but
not you know, Sam is quite intent on
Hey, Rachel,
slipping
does Sam
on.
Say what?
Does Sam
Does Sam
stop?
when Fynn grabs her?
Sam will look back, but is still very much in a position of continuing to walk. But she looks over her shoulder.
Okay.
What?
Of continuing to.
Oh, yeah. Well, he did. Yeah, that's a 9. Sam, what you doing?
I just want to go say hi. They're wolves. I'm a wolf.
Why?
It's fine.
No, it doesn't.
They're beating
look
up
like
that poor kid.
Okay, look, that's why I'm up here. I'm keeping an eye on it. Just give it a minute.
But you're keeping an eye on it. Someone needs to do something about it.
I will in a minute. No.
You're in charge of the wagon.
So.
Quite match very well since there'll be 3 of you up there. I can even it.
No,
Yes, you can. I know you can.
we are not having that kind of match, Stacy. We got it. Thank you.
But Fynn, I'm not going to hurt him. I'm just going to ask what's going on.
You know, Sam, I do believe they call that a distraction. Okay, so.
For who?
For the guards.
Why would I distract the guards?
Good
I want
point.
to talk to them.
Yep, you want to talk. Go for it.
Okay. And Sam happily continues to trot towards the guards.
Go inside. She's got no fucking guile. Meanwhile, is it like obvious which cart the bread came from?
Yeah, but like two carts in front of you appears to be like a baker bringing wares
Great.
into
So like
this.
the one I'm literally standing next to.
Yeah.
So where is the person in charge of the cart? Are they still on it?
Yes.
Is it the kid? Oh.
No, it's not the kid.
So Fynn, who's already next to the cart, sidles up to the, not sidles, but ambles up to the front of it and is like, was that bread from your cart?
Oh, I guess it probably was. I didn't notice the boy until the guard stopped him.
All right. Seems like a pretty basic loaf. How much is it? Fair price in town.
Oh, it's only like 3 silver.
All right. And Fynn just straight up pays him.
Oh, why thank you, sir.
No hard feelings then.
No, not at all.
All right. And then he keeps ambling forward. But I believe it is Sam's turn now.
Sam just steps in a safe distance in the middle of the 2 guards, not favoring one or the other, just waves her hand and goes, "Hello."
Yes. Hello, miss. Welcome to Farheim. If you just wait your turn, we'll clear your wagon in.
Oh, yeah, no problem. I was just wondering what the kid did.
It's really just kind of city business, We're just making sure that everybody is keeping to city code.
Oh, I'm new here. Could you tell me what city code is? And what this kid did to break it?
Well, Miss, I would suggest that you don't take any other vendors' wares without paying for it.
Oh, so he's a bad thief. Okay. No problem.
He's a
And Sam
bad
looks
thief.
over to the kid and very blatantly just says, you got to get better at that. Don't let them see you roll 1, or else you'll have that one. And she points over her shoulder at Stacy to answer to. Trust me.
Fynn, at this point, has about reached them and was about to say something, and then Sam keeps talking. And is like, well, I don't actually see what the problem is here, because that bread's been paid for. And he looks back at the baker's cart and is like, isn't that right?
Why, yes, this fine, I really want to say gentleman, and that is not really what I want to say.
Gentle bear?
Gentle bear.
No, wait.
Gentle
I believe
creature.
the word you might want would be gentle beast.
This gentle beast has paid for the loaf for the boy. And
There's
go
there
ahead.
is currently no problem.
And the guards look at each other and let go of the boy. Well, Gimli, if we catch you here again, we're definitely going to have to take this up with your father. And this young otter shakes himself off and says, well, at least I have good friends. And
Sam wraps her arm around the otter as he says that. Friendly.
And he's quite happy about that. And as this baker pulls forward, then the guards kind of come and poke through your wagon. They give it a little bit more of an inspection than you saw them give some of the other wagons. Probably just for making
As
them.
Sure.
Go ahead.
As they're inspecting, Stacy just hands each of them their own pies. Like one is
Personal pan pie.
chocolate,
Boo,
yeah.
yeah.
from her apron. Just personal pie. Just like personally. Yeah, just random pies.
Well, miss, that it would be unethical for us to accept bribes, but if you leave these pies over there by the gate, we won't say anything.
My dear, I just saw you working your tails off out there. You know it's hot in these summers. I just thought you deserve something sweet and tasty for all the work you do.
Jesus Christ, roll a bluff or persuasion.
Go Stacy. Go Stacy.
Roll,
Oh, yeah. Go Stacy.
I don't know, persuasion,
Worst
Pers-
bribe roll.
persuasion, or
Persuasion.
or deception. Yeah.
Persuasion.
Lying.
Yeah, it's not lying. I'd say persuasion.
Yep.
Don't worry, they thought I was going to cause trouble too.
Everybody's a troublemaker.
I think I could.
Or we're just troublemakers.
Fine. Okay, fine. Now that they're getting random pies, guess I'm gonna have to randomly roll what kind of pies they got.
Well,
Since they think I'm lying. Doubt, teacher.
No, they don't think you're lying. They think you're trying to bribe them.
I know, and it wasn't, but now. Let's see, 4 pies.
I mean, to be fair, the rest of us think you're trying to bribe them.
Yes.
4 1d12s.
Sam, Stacy's just doing what Stacy does and getting her out of a pickle. But this time it's trouble adjacent.
10, 10, 9, 10. Oh, 2, 10, 9, 10. That means first guy's pie will allow him to talk to plants for 1d10 minutes.
Dude. Happy 420,
He's
dude.
gonna be tripping.
Two of them, after consuming, have gained pecan pie, which means they'll grow an additional pair of legs for 1d4 hours. But they're not strong enough to carry you, so their walking speed is halved. 9.
Awesome.
One of them got a peanut butter pie. After eating this pie, they cannot speak for the next 1d4 hours. Whoops. That's what happened when you doubt my powers.
These guards.
One of them is tripping.
One.
Two of them are tripping over themselves, and one of them can't tell anybody about it.
This sounds like a great show I need to watch.
I would suggest that you.
We might need to come back and just make sure that we pick up the plates from these guys when they're done eating their pies.
Leave,
Oh, they can keep the trays. That's fine.
leave no trace. Cool. The young otter, Gimli, he is quite happy, and is very grateful for your help, and asks if you would like to come and meet his, if he can introduce you to his father.
So in general, sort of insight check. How much of a scamp is this little scamp?
Go ahead, roll insight.
Come on, Sam.
9.
Yeah, with a 9, you have no reason not to believe that he's genuinely quite
He's
quite
guileless as
great.
fuck.
quite grateful, and is definitely wants to bring you home with him.
Nice little... Well, right, clearly. Not really what I was asking. More just like how...
Oh no, I mean, he seems genuine, not like he's trying to scam you.
Okay.
Like those rude gods.
Yeah.
Thought I would bribe them.
The guards clear your wagon. Stacy hands them some pies.
Not near the wagon. So Fynn is sort of out of the way when they're clearing the wagon. He's just sort of not as big a presence when the guards are checking the wagon.
Sure. And Gimli leads you into the city, and stops outside a house that is, actually a somewhat nice looking house, and tells you, "Well, just wait right here. I'll get my father for you." And he heads inside, and a few minutes later comes back out with his who you can only assume is his father, who is a middle-aged otter, quite well dressed and neatly groomed, and has a general reserved composure, and an air of authority, and he comes out and looks. So you are the you're the travelers that helps my boy out, I see.
Okay, so the dad doesn't really look that poor.
No.
Finn's big old paw comes down on the kiddo's shoulder, assuming that he's close enough.
Yeah, he's there.
Now, what was the kid's name?
The kid's name is Gemly.
With an I or an E?
It is spelled Ghmeli.
Ghmeli.
Yeah,
Gemelli?
Gemeli. Yes, this is Alex
Okay.
pronouncing. I can give you.
Nope, I'm good.
Yeah.
Well, my little friend, perhaps, given that your father does seem pretty reasonable, you'd like to explain to us your motivation behind what's happening, or what we helped with.
Well, sir, I mean, it was just a little bit of fun. Sometimes just need a little bit of excitement to and sometimes it's really easy to grab a loaf of bread or some fruit coming into the city.
It's just downright tasteful. Tasteless. You could actually harm someone's business that way.
No, hold on, Stacy. Hold on. I mean, yes, she's right, but if you'll pardon me, sir, just because something is easy to do and you can, doesn't mean that you should.
Sam turns.
Yep.
Sorry, after you.
No.
Sam turns to the kid and kneels down so that way she's eye to eye with him. Kid, I had faith in you, and here you are, able to afford a loaf of bread, and literally just like knife hands him gently across the head. Dummy.
And
Just in a scolding manner, like an older sister would to a younger sister. Just, why? Don't do that.
and
Same way Stacy does to Sam sometimes.
and Gmeli's father looks at all of you and he says, yes, well, I've been trying to impress the same thing on the boy. Hopefully a run-in like this with the guards will be slightly more effective than anything that I've done so far. But of
Fynn.
course, if
Fynn gets down on now Gmeli's father, like, Fynn is visibly Glasrunish.
sure,
Like the way he dresses and all that, and obviously his accent. So Fynn gets down on eye level with Gmeli, and he's like, "So, young sir, you live here in Farheim. I assume you know about the people in the forest on the other side of the Queen's River."
yes,
Right. We could tell you some stories about what happens when you get on the wrong side of the Queen's guards. That really is not the kind of excitement you'll be wanting. That's going to be more than you'll be wanting.
Though
You
if
can.
it is exciting you're after, we can help with that.
Stacy, Fynn
Sam
doesn't
kind of-
even.
Ella's
does-
going to
wait, hold
pointedly
on,
look
hold on.
at Stacy and be like,
Fynn literally
No.
does not even turn and look at her. He just kind of raises his head a little and like is looking just like into the air, right? Like he's not turning and looking at Stacy. He's just sort of looking into the distance ish, but clearly like his face is just like no,
Sam is the
we are not. Stacy, he's a child.
Sam is the only one looking at Stacy and nodding.
Staring off into the void.
Just nodding at her like, yes, absolutely. I'll show this kid.
So, and he looks at he looks at Gameli's father. My apologies for my my traveling companions. No, we're not going to take your son delving. No. That being said, young
That's
Gameli,
not where I was thinking at all.
there's plenty of opportunities to find excitement that aren't going to get you into an interaction with Queen's Guard wolves. And perhaps you might choose excitement that helps people instead of potentially taking from them. I'm bigger than you. It would be real easy to just, and I assume, Gameli's probably got something on him, right? That like is a thing, like not his clothes, but like a toy or a
something,
right? A brooch or whatever, right? Like a bracelet, let's say. Fynn takes his wrist, and he's actually clearly holding just the bracelet, and he's being very careful about it. But he's like, I could just take this; it would be easy.
I guess I never thought about it that way. That's true. And he just kind of looks at you a little bit more shy than he was before.
Wait,
What?
kid.
What?
How old is this otter boy?
He's like 12.
15.
Yeah. He's he's young.
Okay.
Young enough to still want to get in trouble.
Right, he's a preteen.
Yeah.
He's not like 6 years old. He's old enough to understand the consequences of like, don't be a bully, don't do shit just because you can.
Yeah.
If he's looking for
And he's
adventure,
really like not been bullied because this is an entirely new concept to him now that it's been threatened upon him.
Yeah.
But in a very gentle way.
Yes. And his father looks over at you and says, well, I do appreciate that you've managed to get him out of the trouble that he was in, and please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Fennec. Here you can have his information.
as Stacy walks by, she hands the kid a pecan pie. She uses one of the charges. Obviously, she pulled this out because she thought this kid wanted excitement. So he gonna learn. This pecan pie is I just finished reading what the pecan pie did. Or no,
he's gonna get extra legs to trip over himself with.
No, it's not that. It's the peanut butter. I gave him the peanut butter pie.
Oh, boy.
I meant to say peanut butter. After
Not
eating
gonna be
this,
able to talk.
speak for 3 hours. However, he can reminds.
Oh.
He gotta go for a trip.
Oh boy.
Well, it's a really good thing Fynn doesn't know about the effects of these pies yet.
Yeah, really.
As Fynn gets, back to his feet, because he was down on one knee, because he's a big ass bear, so he's really got to get down there to get on the otter kid's level. So as he gets back to his feet, though, he ruffles the fur on top of Gameli's head and gives him a wink.
And Fennec holds out a paw to shake Finn's hand, paw, and says, "Look, if you all are up for it, and you're going to spend some time in town, meet me for breakfast tomorrow at the tavern. I may have something that you can look into."
Fynn turns and looks at the rest of the party.
Elle's head is slightly cocked to the side with interest.
What are Stacy and Sam doing?
Following in? Like,
Yep.
Oh, you
All right, well, okay.
Yeah.
They're being
Yep.
Stacy and Sam. Oh, hey, breakfast sounds great. Yes, we're working on something. But yes, we'll at least definitely be here tomorrow morning.
Well, that is great news. And I'm sure if you're looking for rooms that the Rusty Nail will be able to accommodate you. And I will see you there in the morning. For now, I have to take this one inside and start getting him ready for dinner.
Maybe you should just avoid the gates for a while, young Master Gamelli.
Mm-hmm. And
Plenty of excitement to be found elsewhere.
He looks at you and smiles and gives a little salute as he kind of heads off past his father into the house.
Oh.
no, I
Man, kind of wishing I had Druidcraft at this moment.
Sam leans into Finn and just goes, "It's not the right time to ask about my parents. Besides, we might find something better at the inn."
Oh,
If that's what you were implying, it wasn't the right time.
No, why, Sam, he wouldn't know anything about your parents.
Well, you never know.
Hey, Alex, is it
Yeah.
at all sort of like the house itself or something like that? Is there any sort of indication of like what Finnick does, or Fennec, or whatever his name is?
Not necessarily overtly. I mean, looking at things,
I mean, is he at least like? Is it visible? At least he's like merchant class, like working class, like.
Oh, you can.
White
I mean,
class.
you can surmise fairly easily looking at the clothes that he's wearing and the house that he's probably
And like
a
his physical appearance.
Yeah, he's probably a local merchant, or
Something of the sort.
Something of the sort. Yes.
Got it.
And cool. I am going to take you all into town. Sorry.
There's no reason to think that he would know. I wasn't going to ask him about your parents. There's no reason to think that he would know anything about them.
Well, someone's got to know something, and that guy looked like he was local.
That is, you're not wrong. However, that is not how that works. And remember, Sam, remember, we have people who know that somebody was asking about what's going on at the library and is aware of it, and that they clearly seem to not want us to find out about it. So we are not going to just be asking everyone.
It's also possible that the library or the wizards from the library have sent word here already, looking for possible people like us who came from there.
And I'm not saying that Mr. Fennec there, and he gestures, towards the now closed door of the house, is someone that would be involved. But the less people who we involve simply by talking to them about it, the better for their own safety.
I get that, but what if he does know something and we're in his good graces?
Then
And if
we
he
will...
doesn't, then he can point us in the right direction.
And maybe we can ask him after we do whatever it is that he needs us to do.
Yes.
It's kind of unlikely that he would know, but I would prefer if we spend more time finding out his situations to see if it's likely that he might know. In the meantime, we definitely can get breakfast.
Breakfast.
So
After sleep.
After sleep.
Right.
Breakfast for dinner and then more breakfast.
There's enough. There are funds if you'd rather sleep at the inn than in the wagon.
Sorry,
I'm
is
going...
the screen still black for y'all?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
No lights, Alex.
Oh,
It's okay.
The map. I didn't turn the lights on the map. Okay, sorry.
Really dark out there.
Let's get the wagon set up.
Sorry. Let me fix that.
In pitch blackness. Yes.
Lighting.
Maybe
Whoa.
your showers tonight are going to
Oh.
be amazing.
You know why there's no lights? Because your tokens aren't on the map. That's why.
Oh, well, that'll do. Actually,
Oops.
so Fynn knows town. He gives Elle and Stacy directions for where to take the wagon.
Yeah. So you guys came in here, the south gate. I'm just dropping you all there. Can you see the map now?
Yes.
Okay.
And then Fynn asks
We're gonna drop
Elle
you over there just because.
for the notebook.
Oh, sure.
You have to give him something for it.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand that at all.
I had to give my spell book for it. Now you have to make a trade too.
No, he doesn't do it while Stacy's right there. Like, it's just while we're doing stuff.
They just kind of pass that book back and forth.
Be right there.
Unless
You just
she
have
is
to
just
remember Elle probably has a
limp.
Elle's got really good sleight of hand. He just kind of slips the book in
With the
Finn's pocket.
23, suddenly
Finn's
Elle no
pocket.
longer has the notebook. Finn magically has the notebook, and nobody knows where it is. When Finn asks for it, Elle is going to be like, "I don't have it."
Elle just winks.
With a twinkle in his eye, and then a subtle wink, so that Stacy has no idea.
So after giving them directions, Fynn is like, if you want to, have someone else cook a meal, there's a couple places, but if you want to stay here in the wagon and make our own dinner, that's also reasonable. I have an errand, and I'll be back.
Sure. So Finn directs you guys up towards the stables and the towards the north side of the town, or the walled part of town, where there's place, this is a place to park a wagon. And from there, if you so choose, you certainly can stay in your wagon, or of course head over to the inn. generally the center of town is a is set up as a little bit of a market area. There are shops along the streets. There are vendors with carts, and people are out and about. Trade is happening. People are shopping. There's a lot going on. You can see open air carts and stalls with colorful fabrics, exotic spices, things that might come from far away along the trade routes. There's plenty of artisans with goods and wares, and as it gets later in the day, the lamps get lit. The streets are kind of aglow in warm lamplight. There might be the odd bard or musicians out, street performers out doing their thing. And in general, it seems like people are just enjoying a normal evening in the market or in the center of town.
Yeah, Sam is all for sleeping in a bed tonight and is gonna go get a room at the inn in the evening.
No, did you say and or did you say Fynn? Because that ain't what Fynn doing.
No. And me.
And
Got it.
I mean, unless there's like a guild hall, then she would just listen in on the conversations to see if she could learn anything.
Oh, what? Like a Delver's Guild?
Yeah, like a guild hall or.
I don't think there is.
Probably not. But certainly if you guys are exploring the town, you would see that the Rusty Nail is kind of the place to be if you're not sitting around having street food and shopping.
Yeah, Sam. Yeah, Sam in that case is just going to go into the Rusty Nail Inn and just order mix between water and maybe a mug of ale, but she's listening for anything.
Sure.
That might perk her interest.
What's everybody else doing?
What is Shady's?
Shady's is a shop for which I do have information somewhere. Take it L has gone exploring by himself.
L is going exploring.
It's totally fine.
Stacy duty.
The notebook is no longer in my possession. I am going exploring.
Cool. As Elle is kind of wandering through town, he wanders up to Shady's. Actually, I'll give you this, and we can resolve what other people are doing while you can take a look through it. Here you go. Just coming to you. Well, I mean, I guess it's coming to everybody who's sharing your screen, but that's okay.
But that's okay.
Yeah. Stacy, what's Stacy doing?
She's checking out that florist shop.
Sure.
She's
yeah.
going to look
Stacy.
for...
Stacy would probably, if Stacy's heading over to the florist shop right now, would probably find it closed at this point in the evening.
Viola.
But
Oh, gosh darn. Well, I guess operation hours are set to certain standards.
I feel like I'm missing things here. Cool. And before we come back to Sam, what's Fynn looking for?
So, is there an academic area in part of the town, or a druid area, which he would know, having been here before, like a bunch?
I mean, the town has a modest library, and a little, it is not certainly not the same type of
Right. It's just a local library.
yeah.
Okay. What about druid type?
Yeah, I would imagine that being here on the border, that probably maybe not, just a little outside the northern gates, he would probably find a like a druid camp kind of congregation. I talk to the trees. We talk to the trees.
Right. Are there any of them there that Fynn knows?
Roll a d6.
Not the button I wanted. 3.
Yeah, Fynn kind of heads up into this area that he knows is a small druid enclave outside the city, or outside the walls, and he runs into 3 friends that you now get to tell us about.
Cool. Okay, as in they are his friends?
Or at least he knows them. Yeah.
They are friends of each other.
Well, I'm Fynn is they're at least acquaintances, right? You were looking for people that that Fynn knew, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, hang on. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. So one of them is somebody is a is one of them is a sheep, is an ovine of about Finn's age.
Sure.
It's a ram. It's a male. He's very quiet.
That's so not what I meant to do.
But so he's got like a grayish wool. Wait. No. He's got kind of white wool, but his face is black. Like the wool on his face, the short wool on his face.
Sure.
And on his arms and legs is black. And His I'll come up with his name at another point.
Sure.
But he obviously recognizes Fynn, and they kind of greet each other. And then there is a 3. Goddamn! You know what? The third one is just going to straight up be random generated. But the second one is clearly sort of a little bit higher up in the community. Bit older. Oh, lovely.
I tried to make sure you didn't hear that. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I am making fun of you. It's fine. I give it, on a scale of 5, I give it like a 3.
Yeah, it's a
I was gonna
solid
say-
2 to 3.
I was
7 on
gonna
a
say
scale of 10.
solid 5 on a scale of 10.
I was going to say that was like a 4 for me, all right? 4 out of 10.
Okay, yeah. So this slightly older druid is a squirrel. Is a very rangy female squirrel, wiry, and squirrels are real fucking cute, but
Yes, they are.
squirrels are also basically psychotic rats that can climb trees.
You know,
With
one,
bigger
Also true.
teeth.
one of the biggest reasons that I backed this Kickstarter was because, you know, having grown up reading Redwall and stuff, I was like, I can be a squirrel archer and it's gonna be great.
So this, older female squirrel, she's like middle-aged. She's in her like mid-40s, and she has a little bit of that insane look. And all druids are... Go ahead.
No, it was just I was doing the insane squirrel thing. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Like real intense, that maybe you don't want to be like under her direct attention, perhaps. She's a red squirrel, so she's not like giant poofy. She's almost faintly scraggly. Little slimmer, right? Her she doesn't have the luxurious tail or that kind of thing. But Fynn, well, she sees Fynn, and she calls out to him, and surprisingly, she has a bit of an Orient accent. And she's like, what are you? No, fuck. Sorry. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do it. But she's
That's okay.
got she got a little bit of like a Scandinavian accent. And she just straight up points at Fynn and is like, what are you doing here? Welcome back. And Fynn dips his head respectfully to her. All druids have elements of chaos in them. Druids are in touch with nature. They worship the god of chaos. Nature itself is chaos. Fynn studies the quote natural order, but it is inherently chaotic within a specific set of sort of base rules, right? Like there's a system, and within that system and the way that the world is set up, nature is fairly chaotic.
Chaos reigns.
Some druids are more chaotic than others. And yeah, this squirrel has a pretty tight relationship with the Wanderer. She embraces that chaos. But Fynn, clearly respectfully, he's shoot. Hang on, I'm thinking.
It's all good.
Her name is Madrina Blackpine, which is kind of funny because she's a red fucking squirrel. But do not make jokes about it. But Fynn approaches her and well, she calls him over, right? Like she recognizes him, and he goes over to her, and this is definitely like one of the people that he was hoping perhaps to find, and he clearly respects this beast, and shoot, I feel like there should be like a title in the community, but like fuck if I know.
We'll come up with one at some point.
Right, we'll come up with one. I've found just spit it out. I appear to have joined an event like a delving crew, except we haven't actually done that much delving, and now it seems like we might be on the trail of some forces that are not the best sort. Like just outside my usual studies and areas, but they must be real unlucky, because I think these are mostly unrelated, but I think they ran into a fiend on a delve, and she's just like, a what? Yeah, they said it was with bat wings, and not like a beast, but like a creature. And she's like, yeah, that sounds like a fiend. And so we one of them her parents are they're adventurers, or delvers, you see, and they've gone missing while on a mission, I suppose, a project. Ben, just shut up, spit it out, you walking rug. I think seems like somehow they got connected into looking into
Nerd?
possible servants of the Dark Sister. But we went looking after him. We were in. Oh fuck, Alex, what town were we in? The library town.
Mansque.
Yeah, that. So at the library in Mansque, the Baron asked us to come. The Baron of Mansque, and he basically hired us to go looking after him because he said that he hired them, and that's why, like, they were working for him when they went missing. And we went into the library and definitely found some connections with dark magic. And he holds up the journal, like a research lab almost, not necessarily a lab, but like a study that was not actually in Mansque, some sort of portal-esque connection magic. And when we tried to, and there was like a shadow creation, not sure, maybe some sort of a guardian thing that definitely was alerted when we entered, and we had to go. We had to fight it. When we tried to get in touch with local interested authorities type, like Archmage, high library officials, that kind of thing, the very, very patient and kind librarian who was the one asking and making inquiries came back and said that apparently suddenly the town guard was on the way and they were going to arrest anyone on the scene and in any way connected. And that it seemed like they were not at all happy that this had happened. And we found a note saying that things at the library were not to be trusted and as they seemed, and that the books in the restricted section had been tampered with, and that people in, basically, the people in town, the high-ups, possibly could not be trusted. And I think this might be what they call a conspiracy. And she's just looking at him like he's, well.
Sorry, the whole time all I could think of...
Have you been eating mushrooms again, Fynn? No. Stone sober. Swear my life on it. Here, and he holds out the journal. This we found a research, like, it's like notes. I have concerns. I wanted to know if you'd know anything or heard anything.
She would probably tell you that...
I was going to say, I've created an NPC. It's your job now.
And here we are. Here I am, giving you the information. She is going to tell you that she's definitely heard of some odd things happening in the city. There have been some cases, reported people seem to be like losing memories, and but they've only kind of just started to really look into it. So but certainly hearing what you told her, this she kind of lends, you can see that maybe she feels like this lends some credibility to some of these stories of things that have been happening in the town.
Huh. All right. Well, what? How much can I trust the locals? Or at least the local leadership.
She will tell you that the local leadership, Lord Ulrich, seems to genuinely have the welfare of the town as his priority. He takes taking care of the city very seriously, and they have never had any issues with the local authorities. And then while she's telling you this, in a somewhat scatterbrained moment, she's like, oh, then there was the other thing that we were investigating, or that we were looking into, because it seems that that some folks have started what might be some kind of a cult or a church. They're on the other side of town, and
Church?
And their symbol seems to be a black rose.
Hang on. Okay, here we go. So he's, whatever. A church?
That seems to be what they call themselves.
When did you dye your hair blue?
My hair's been blue for like the last 6 years. Or at least this part of my hair.
Showing.
This part of my hair is blue.
Huh. Did
Not
not
all of it.
notice that.
It's a little bit bright right now, but also it really depends on the light and how much I've washed it and which direction it's, pointing, because that part's darker.
A bear with blue fur.
No, the bear doesn't have blue fur.
It does now.
I mean, maybe one of Stacy's is, but no. Anyway, when she says black rose, he's like, huh.
Yeah.
They don't have like a hooded figure on the church or anything, do they?
No. I mean, not that we've seen.
Not talking about like a Blessed Mother or anything like that.
No.
Excellent. We
Sorry, just
found...
is Fynn thinking of the mazes, the mother of mazes?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure that I'm on the same page.
We did fuck. What was that? What was that town? Goldendale or some shit like that?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yes.
Did you hear about what happened?
I'll tell you. Glasshedge. Glass Edge.
Yeah,
Yes.
at Glass Hedge.
Yes, we did. We heard about that.
Right. We took care of that. So, I think it was some sort of power. Something happened with magic from the dungeon in a very new way. But we took care of that. Okay. Well, hopefully this is not that. Oh.
Cool.
Wait, no.
Go-
So
go
that's
ahead.
me reacting. That's me reacting.
Sure.
Fynn would know. Fynn would know. The Black Rose. Are they haven't been hurting anyone, have they?
So far as we can tell, they have not been hurting anyone.
And the local battle isn't doing anything about it. Or did your amphibians?
So,
Eh?
so far, nobody has taken any action against them, but they don't seem. But it's probably because they don't seem to be harming anyone.
That seems surprisingly permissive for Drumpfinians.
Hmm.
So, okay, so out of character, side break. I seem to recall that the Black Rose is a symbol for Veronet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, that seems surprisingly
Spoiler
permissive.
alert.
No, Fynn would know.
I was very purposeful in the things that I chose.
Yeah. You guys would know if you knew this shit. So now would that be something they would the trio would have learned in like
Potentially.
elementary
I mean,
school?
one would imagine that they would probably have learned about the pantheon of gods.
And at least like seen a representation
Yeah.
ish. So Fynn definitely
Or
knows.
at least some symbology, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. So
This is also relatively this is relatively new from what she's telling you. Like,
right. I feel like the rest of this interaction and like his time at the Druid camp can be accomplished in downtime roleplay.
sure. I was going to suggest that we cut back to some other.
Right. However, as Fynn is getting ready to leave, the ovine, the sheep, the ram, is like in the deepest base you can imagine. Which is kind of weird because he's like a 5'4". I mean, he's kind of stocky, but like he's not a huge beast. But the deepest fucking base you can imagine, like puts Rick Astley to shame in terms of did not She's just like, and obviously I don't have a bass voice. I am a female tenor, but I'm not a bass. I've met a female bass. That was interesting. Never smoked a cigarette in her life, and she sounded like she smoked a pack a day for like 60 years. But he's just like, good to see you again, Callaghan. Right.
Oh, okay.
And they do like a whatever, like a hand clasp thing or whatever. Like this is clearly someone
a
he's friends
greeting.
with.
Yeah.
Yep. And he's off on his way. There clearly's got to be like a There's definitely got to be a Dremfinian temple in town, right?
Yeah, there probably would be. They would
Okay.
be represented here, I'm sure.
Right.
Hell no!
Um.
I lost the cheese puff.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Oh,
Cool.
cheese down.
So
So he's going for that next.
sure.
So feel free to.
Yeah.
Because
So
it's gonna take him a little while.
yeah. So Stacy walks over to the florist, discovers that the shop is closed for the evening, despite all the hustle and bustle in the town. The lights are out. There's a sign, "We'll see you tomorrow," kind of thing. What else is what's Stacy up to after that?
She has decided she wants to make some money.
Oh boy.
So she is going to go to the side of the wagon, open up the windows, and hold out and writes down on a sign, "Pies for sale. Come try us."
This is gonna go so poorly.
Depending on your perspective, this is the fun part.
Can't be weak work.
Oh boy. Yep. Cool.
So
Uh.
really writes on this cardboard, just like, "Stacy's Pies. Come try our best treats. We also sell meat ones."
Is
They
Stacy?
don't have cardboard, but
Is-
also she's a mage, so she has prestidigitation. She could just like
painted on the
makes
side of the wagon?
sparkly like paint or like
Yeah.
light letters on like the side of the wagon.
And that's what she does.
in-
2 gold per pie.
And is Stacy
Or
just
2 silver per pie.
pulling out random pies?
She is
Oh boy.
She's putting random pies on display. They're hot and ready, and then she goes inside and stands in the wagon, and just puts on the sign like 2 silver a pie.
Mm.
Little pie.
Roll a d6.
Oh wait, hold on. Prices may vary, is what she says.
Oh, boy.
Actually, there's different pies. Where's my mouse?
Hey,
Stand back.
these are questions I can't answer.
And look at me. Roll a d6.
Yes.
Ouch.
Ouch.
And you
I
don't know
saw
what
it.
the results are gonna be.
I saw it pop up in D&D Beyond.
Well, what is it?
A 1.
L1.
So Stacy's set up for probably about an hour or so and has a whopping 1 customer who comes up and buys pie.
What kind of pie would you like?
What do you have?
Have any kind that you wish. No different pie I cannot make.
Well, in that
What is the pie that gets you high?
That would be our 420 pie. That would be 3 gold.
and they take one of those and pay
Oh,
Stacy 3 gold.
nice.
That is probably a
Nicest trip ever.
100% acceptable for a pot pie.
Is the pot pie legal?
Don't ask me.
Who knows?
She sells it. She
Who
doesn't ask
knows?
questions. Neither does the seller. Neither does the buyer.
Cool. So Stacy's out hawking pies. And let's go back to Elle, who's wandered over to Shady's. For
I don't. I understand the concept of shadies, but not having a list of things to look at.
Interesting. For some reason, the list didn't populate. Let me see if I can make it populate. In the realm of what it's worth, it is exactly the same list as what is at Fluff's, but for twice the price.
Ah.
So, fun story. How do I look at the item list?
Double click the icon.
Yeah, if you double. Yes.
Gracias, thank you.
It updated. Shady's has now updated. Okay.
Oh, okay.
But yes, this is kind of, a little bit of a magic shop, little bit of adventuring gear, little bit of, probably things that rogues might look for. If you want
the aesthetic of Shady's store. Probably shopping at Fluff's though.
Yes. Yeah. When Elle walks into to Shady's, for those of you who haven't seen, he walks into this store. It's kind of dimly lit with candle lights. Worn, cramped, warm wooden shelves, and has quite the eclectic assortment of arcane trinkets and clutter. Shady kind of sits there in the middle at his counter. As a kind of shadowy hooded figure. Here's a dude that's seen some things to get what he has in his store. The little bit of flavor. To linger too long within Shady's store is to court madness, for here the boundaries between worlds blur. And reality bends to the will of those who dare to explore the darker corners of existence. Yes. Obviously, if you walk into Shady's first, he's not going to tell you that he has competition down the streets.
Right. Initially just exploring, Elle walks in. Ooh, this is nice. Could use a cleaning. Some of the colors match beautifully. Some of them, not quite so much. But the whole aesthetic is great. But just looking at the moment. And then, after wandering around Shady's, is going to go down the street to Fluff's and notice the exact same items for half the price. Oh, this is much more appealing. And is considering a particular map.
Sure. What you looking for?
I'm looking at this ever-shifting map.
The ever-shifting map. Yes. For those who are not looking, this magical map appears blank to the untrained eye, but reveals the layout of any location the owner has visited before. The map updates in real time, showing the movement of creatures and highlighting hidden traps and secret passages. Much like the Marauder's map, except that it can only display places that you have been and therefore would have known the layout of.
We gotta do it. We gotta do it. You do it. Say it. Say it. Talking to you, James.
I do solemnly swear that I'm up to no good.
The people who use the ever-shifting map are not transphobic assholes.
That is true. The creators of the ever-shifting map are not transphobic assholes. I actually know that for a fact.
I really want it. Oh, wait.
Oh, wait.
Will
Alex.
Fluff buy some adventuring gear off of me?
Potentially.
What's the going rate for a scimitar?
Oh, boy. Used scimitars. Hang on. Funny story. I actually have a table open. This is probably not the table that I want.
Alex, I do apologize for interrupting. One, how much gold do I have? And two, for the special the inventory of these shops. If we were to get something, how do we add it to our equipment?
For these items, for the specialty items, I have to build the homebrew for it, and then you'd be able to add it as inventory, or you can build it as homebrew and beyond also. I'll give you, for now, I'll give you the description, and if you guys buy stuff, I can build it into a thing.
Okay. And secondarily, how much gold do I have?
I would imagine, at this point,
Probably a fucking lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say, everybody right now has what you guys have somewhere in the 500 to 1,000, right? Depending on how much you've spent, at least.
Yeah,
Hey,
something like that. I'm at like 855, but I got a shiny sword.
Yeah. So
and neither confirm nor deny that at this moment.
yeah, I would say that somewhere around 800 to 1,000 is probably reasonable with the rest of the party.
Well, okay, so
Well,
I was good with my money.
okay, hang on though. I find it complete. Sorry, wow, I forgot that I had camera on. For reasons of, like, for world reasons, unless there's a reason that your character wouldn't, I personally would accept if they happen to have a bunch more,
sure,
given what they are.
Sure.
And as long as Dean's not gonna abuse it, and you don't mind in terms of game balance, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, for now, I mean, let me think a little bit. But for now, if we start you right now at about 1,000 gold, at least in my head, things will make sense in terms of the balance of where everybody is. But yes, I can see the logic of there being more money there for you.
Appreciate it. The only thing I was asking you, so I was looking at the gloom thread cloak.
I was looking at that one as well, but I like mine just a little bit better.
Sure. They're not to get necessarily super meta, but there's a lot of potential in a lot of this upcoming adventure for to acquire magic items. In that, all I'm saying is that the shops are going to be there for a while.
Fair. Just going off what you and I talked about my character, that just makes a little bit more.
Sure.
Oh God, yes. Are you doing it for the drama? Do it. For the flavor.
The answer to how much you could get for your used scimitars is probably about 15 gold each. If they're just scimitars, if they're literally just Plain scimitars. Yeah.
Plain Jane scimitars.
Yeah, they're worth about 15
40,
gold.
15 gold apiece.
Yeah.
That's 60 gold added to my gold, and I'm selling all 4 of them.
Gets rid of the scimitars. Cool.
Yeah, man. Sometimes selling that dungeon trash does pay off.
Yep. Which is why I picked them up.
Hey, a single gold piece is a single gold piece. Let's be completely honest here.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all good. Cool.
Especially when you're the kind of weirdo that's like, so
Oh, you broke up a little there, Emily.
was trying to talk down this jeweler, like absurd discount, and Fynn was like, "That seems rude," and offered him, like a it's still a percentage of asking price, but not nearly so steep. And Elle was like, "What are you doing? I was going to give it to him afterwards as like a tip, and that way he doesn't have to pay taxes on it." And Fynn was like, "What the hell are you talking about? Your outfit is awesome." You too. Thank you.
Wait, where?
And then is going to buy the
Elle is the
ever-shifting
kind of
map.
character that cares about shit like compound interest.
Cool.
Fuck your compound interest.
Yeah, you can pick up the.
Ooh, sure smell.
I need to look up one thing.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god!
And
where
that
did
keeps
it
me
go?
over 3,000 gold.
Where?
Selling that alcohol was great.
Where did that
Did
go?
someone say alcohol?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
they found some booze in.
And then
they
sold
found
it
they found
to the
some real
town.
expensive booze in a while back and sold it. Where the heck is that? That's not it. Where are you? Because that's not annoying at all. D.
There was a dog. I needed to say hi.
That's okay. F.
How dare you say hi to the dog?
I'm confused. I'm
We
missing.
can't be friends anymore, Dean.
I'm missing a piece of information.
All I'm saying is, how dare you say hi to the dog when I cannot say hi to the dog?
Oh, well, that's a different story.
Well, that's what you get for being in Texas instead of here.
Here we go.
You're in California, right?
No, I'm in Seattle.
Much, much better. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, it's still expensive as fuck, but it's not as hot,
Okay.
and it's less likely to be on fire.
James,
Or at least I'm in the part of Washington that's less likely to be on fire.
roll a d6. Everybody rolling d6s today.
4.
Cool. You purchase your ever-shifting map, for which we will create a magic item. I mean, yeah, this is an easy homebrew to create, so that's not a big deal. Cool.
I was considering buying one of everything, but
Where
one
the
of
fuck can we get out?
one of everything. Yeah, I don't know why Fluff hasn't shown up as a character, but Fluff
Where the
Fluff
fuck
is a feline. Who'da thunk it?
I think we can get out.
In any event, cool.
Level 2 and 5. That's
Is there anything else that Elle is doing this evening?
no. After that probably going to go back to the wagon for a night's sleep there without having to spend money.
Great. So Sam's the only one going to the tavern. Great.
Sure, she's done selling.
Yeah. Well, if Stacy's done selling, Stacy is more than welcome to join. I mean, Stacy can do whatever Stacy wants. In any event, Sam heads over to the tavern, and you're all just kind of hanging out outside because I had put you on this map already. But potentially it's only Sam and Stacy. And when Sam walks in, where did my description go? I have way too many. I can't keep track of all the freaking windows that I have open. It's great. I'm doing great. The rusty.
You are doing great.
The rusty nail. Fynn, not Finn. Sam, as you enter the rusty nail, a warm and inviting ambiance immediately washes over you. The inn's interior is adorned with wooden beams and cozy furnishings, creating an atmosphere of rustic charm. The soft glow of lamps and candles casts a comfortable light that dances across the room. Behind the sturdy wooden bar stands the inn's owner, a human male. This is Butch. He is a burly and welcoming figure who greets you with a nod and a friendly smile. The bar is well stocked with various bottles and kegs, promising a wide selection of libations to choose from. On one side of the room, you notice two women engaged in quiet conversation. One is sorry, this is when I actually have to go remember who these. Okay, remember their names and not
Flara?
Flara and Consolora. Sorry, Flara is a rabbit, and Consolora is a feline, a serval cat. Blah, blah, blah. Where was I? Yes. The one of them, the feline, exudes an air of confidence, her attire suggesting her profession as a sex worker. She carries herself with a hint of mystery, her eyes occasionally scanning the room. The other speaks with a gentle demeanor. A small bouquet of freshly picked wildflowers adorns the table, infusing the area with a subtle fragrance. She appears engrossed in conversation, their tones hushed as they share a moment of camaraderie. There's some live music. There's hustle and bustle of the big tavern in town. And what you doing? You also notice on the far side of the room, in another corner, there is a beast sitting alone. It is hard to make out his features in the dim light in the corner. But he seems to be doing maybe a little bit of studying, a little bit of eating, a little bit of drinking. Where's sitting kind of not generally, we're trying not to attract tons of attention, as it were. Yeah.
Sam is going to go right up to the bar and order a mug of ale. And while she's drinking it, she's going to just look at the bar, keeping... So what's new? around these parts?
Well, there's lots of new stuff all the time. Big trading city. First time up here, eh?
Yeah, the dungeon delver. My name is Sam. How are you?
Well, Sam, I'm Butch. Welcome to our fine city. Welcome to the Rusty Nail.
Pleasure to be here, Butch. Nice to meet you. There's a lot of new happenings going on, but anything in particular about maybe a couple of delvers, wolf delvers like me that happen to have passed through here anytime recently?
We have so many people that pass through. It's hard to remember anybody specifically.
It would have been a husband and wife. And I will absolutely say that the wife goes by the name of Coral, and she is very beautiful, cleric. And then there's Brent, and he's more of a roguish fighter, barbarian type, if you know what I mean.
Much subtle. Very sneaky.
Want answers, getting answers.
Uh-huh.
Fynn, I didn't know you were in the.
Not
wolf line
there
at
to
the time.
stop her.
Well, miss, I mean, I've rented many a room to adventurers and to delvers, and I've definitely had plenty of mates come through as well. So, I don't know that I specifically remember if your parents came through, but I certainly have served a handful of adventuring wolves in the last few weeks.
All right, no problem. I get it. And Sam puts 2 gold coin under her mug as she passes it back to the barkeep to refill.
That's quite the tip.
Need
Yes, it is.
info.
Bribe. It's a legit bribe.
Not if anybody saw it and the coins are under the mug.
Still a bribe.
Specifically, I'll even roll sleight of hand for this one.
No. Butch picks up the glass to refill it and notes the coins, and he says, "Miss, I've heard that you delvers often make quite a bit of money on your adventures, but I really there isn't that much that I can tell you. I wish that I could, but
No problem. No problem, Butch, but could you at least point me in the right direction that I might find out something?
I mean, there are definitely people with their ears to the ground here in town. So, one of if you head over maybe and visit Shady, he's got quite the network. He might have heard something, and of course, you can see if the city guard has heard anything about missing people. I know that there were some reports of missing people, and I think that one of the reporters over at the newspaper was trying to do a little bit of research on that. He might be able to help you out. I'm sure they'll be around tomorrow. I would imagine they've kind of closed up for today.
Much appreciated. And also, would this be where we ask for rooms for the night?
Yes, of course. I have rooms available. I've got got rooms with big beds. I've got rooms with multiple beds. You want a bunk room? What do you need?
Yeah, just one room. The rest of my group may be in later to purchase another room for them, but just the one for now. And I appreciate the information.
Yeah, of course. This will cover it. He indicates the gold that you've already given him. That'll certainly cover your room and the drinks.
Sam wraps her knuckles on the wooden table in a thanks gesture and goes, "Much appreciated, Butch."
Of course.
High
Don't-
charisma for the win.
Don't be a stranger while you're in town.
That's it for Sam. That's all she wanted to do. She got info.
Cool. Yeah. So Elle has gone back to the wagon to go to sleep. Stacy.
Sees the shop.
What?
She's about to close up shop, but she would like to know how much she's accumulated.
Roll another d6. It's probably, all things considered, it's probably been about another hour, at least another hour, maybe 2 hours since her one customer before.
Full 6.
6?
She got 6. Yeah.
Sweet. So, yeah, she's had about 6 more customers. So whatever you've been selling pies for, what are you selling for? 2 gold?
Depending on what she sold. 6 customers, so I guess 12
Yeah.
each. So I guess she came up with more 12 for 24.
Stacy's being entrepreneurial.
Gotcha. I got like 6 then?
Yeah.
Or 12?
12 gold.
How long did Stacy have her pie stall basically open?
It was probably about,
2 hours?
I was going to say, between 2 and 3 hours.
Okay,
Like, should have gotten more out of
that's all I needed to know.
Yeah.
She closes up and then goes into the inn and also purchases a room.
Sweet. The room will be 5 silver. Or half a gold, as it were.
Yeah, Sam way overtipped the dude. There better be a hot meal waiting for her in the morning with meat.
Yep.
I wasn't kidding.
Bring steak and eggs to a new level.
It's Wagyu beef
Oh, it's straight up Wagyu.
and ostrich eggs.
When you consider that like 1 gold buys you like a fancy dinner, like a serious fancy dinner, like it puts things in perspective, right?
We're in real good rapport with this guy now. You're all welcome.
I'm going to argue that we're now weird as fuck. And you have too much fucking money.
But not enough to get what I want.
The tavern keeper is calling the guards, saying, "Hey, you need to look out for these people."
Sometimes money
Make sure
doesn't,
that they get through all right.
money doesn't buy you everything.
Probably what he's saying.
Cool. I mean, unless Sam's going right up to bed, then if Sam's still hanging out at the bar when Stacy comes in, I mean, like I said, unless Sam's going right up to bed, Stacy probably see, about the same scene. Lively bar, two ladies chatting at one of the tables. This other the other beast sitting in a corner by himself, trying to maybe not attract a ton of attention.
Drinking meat.
Like I said, if Sam hasn't gone up to bed, Sam's causing Sam's usual stir at the bar.
It's maybe taking one too many drinks and just talking with the people beside her, regaling the stories of their adventures to people that may be tired of hearing it.
It probably maybe comes as a little bit of surprise that the crew has done enough stuff that people might have at least heard of the things that they've done. Maybe y'all need to come up with a name for your crew.
Oh.
But
It's got to have something to do with pies.
oh boy.
If I come up with anything.
This sounds like a
3
wonderful.
hits and a walking rug.
This is a downtime role play conversation. Cool. Stacy,
Yeah.
have you got
Did
anything?
that not send?
What?
Nope.
I said 3 hicks and a walking rug.
Oh boy.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Stacy lets Sam have her fun and then goes to her room that she purchased.
Cool.
Gets ready for bed. She had a long day.
Lots.
Jeez, man.
4 out of 5.
Lots of
What a
mead.
guy.
Cool.
Apologies.
But that wasn't bad.
So Elle's gone off to bed. Stacy's going off to bed. Has Fynn got anything else this evening?
Yeah.
I gotta throw in the ambience of the tavern. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Are the Finn's gonna hit the Dramphinian temple, and see see if there's anyone there, since Dramphinians are rather transitory.
Mm. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, hilarious. Cool. So Fynn heads over to the Dramphinian temple and can't.
Damn, the moon is hella full.
I
Sorry, I'm driving, and it's like
I
it's
assume.
like-
I was going to say, I assume you mean in reality.
right in reality. The route I'm driving. So I'm taking let's see, second, which becomes fourth. And it's like at my 10 o'clock, and it's like two clicks into the sky. I'm real bad at degrees. Like it's
clicks, so it's 2 kilometers in the sky. Good God! I mean, we'd all be dead at this point.
No, wait, hang on. Okay, so if that's like 90 degrees,
how many?
40, it's about 30 degrees up in the the half circle of the sky.
Okay,
So
3
it's
degrees
not-
is not that bad.
it's not really risen a whole ton. Like it's low enough to the horizon that it looks huge, but it's not like right on the horizon. And god damn, it's like there's a fucking flashlight in the sky. One of those full moons.
We like that.
Anyway, yeah, he's looking to see if there's any Drumfinians at the temple.
Despite the fact that in reality it is a lovely full moon, there doesn't seem to be anybody home at the moment at the Dramfinian temple. Or rather, nobody comes to answer.
Right. Oh well, he'll check again during, daylight hours. Although, you would think that being like the worshippers of
the
the moon
moon.
god,
Either that or they're out worshipping the moon.
the moon,
They're out on a local hill worshiping the moon right now.
anyway, yeah, he's gonna head for the actually, no, he's not. He's not gonna head. Well, Alex, surely there is some sort of like small local hole in the wall where he can get a nice, quiet drink and a meal by himself. That's really good.
Yes, there's definitely a smaller establishment, not in the center of town.
Perhaps even
local fare for Glasrunish fare.
I was
It's a
just going to say,
taste of
perhaps
home.
an establishment that is favored by, like, I'm going to make a joke, Glaswegians.
Yes.
The Glasrunish. Yeah, he's going to do that. And unless there is something that, some commotion or otherwise whatever that catches his attention, he's gonna have a meal. He's gonna have, a mug of mead, and he's gonna make his way back to the wagon.
Cool.
He's gonna turn it into wagon for the night.
Yeah.
But he's actually no, he's not that kind. He does have a window open though.
Sure. Wonderful.
Or like if it has the top, he's got that open.
Yeah. So everybody beds down for the night in their various accommodations, depending on what.
So the girls are at the Rusty Nail. Where did Elle go?
Elle went
Ella's
back
also
in the wagon.
All right. Is he asleep when Fynn comes in?
Probably trying to get there, but not necessarily actually asleep yet.
Okay. Did the girls decide they wanted, or did the ladies decide they wanted actual beds?
I think so.
All right.
I haven't heard them come in.
Oh, that's hilarious. Sorry. I asked ChatGPT to give me some Irish-inspired restaurant names. I think the best one is Molly Malone's Munchies.
Jesus. That is as bad as the pie joke.
As an Irishman, I respect that.
As an American Eastern Seaboard Irishman, that is
The list is terrible.
that is a specific group.
The Galway Grub House.
Well, yes, that would make sense, except we're in Farheim, not Galway.
I know. Anyway.
Anyway, whatever. He
Yeah.
found a place.
He found a place. Cool. So everybody beds down for
He didn't
the
find it. He knows about it.
yeah. Everybody beds down for the evening in their various accommodations. Some having chosen to get out of the wagon for a little bit. And generally you have an uneventful night, and everyone reconvenes in the morning at the Rusty Nail to meet with one Mr. Fennec, who, when the ladies come down and the rest of you come in, is sitting by himself at one of the corner tables. And
Well, actually, before we get into another section, I'm looking at the time. It might be a good time to go to bed
sure,
before
for
we get started in another section,
in-
like for reals.
that is perfectly acceptable if you guys would like to take a break.
I will try to. Okay, now that I know how that Alex is going to make me apparently role play with myself, my own fucking feelings. I will try to make sure that I am aware of anything that I need to ask him in the moment that would impact like what we're doing in town, like in a session, and then just relegate it to downtime in the future.
Yeah. It's all good.
Don't make me come up with NPCs on the fly.
No.
There's a reason I was real bad at that as a DM.
that is one of the joys of ChatGPT. And apparently, if you feed it enough information about the world, it can totally create stuff that makes sense.